Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, we will explore the Florence Baptistery of San Giovanni, a timeless marvel. Imagine standing in the heart of Florence, Italy, in the Piazza del Duomo, where the air hums with history and the sight of ancient stone. Before you rises the Florence Baptistery of San Giovanni, a structure so ancient and revered that it feels like a bridge between the divine and the human. This octagonal masterpiece, dedicated to Saint John the Baptist, is not just a building, it's a testament to faith, art, and resilience, a place where centuries of volunteer life have unfolded. Let's embark on a journey through its history, name, architectural brilliance, and a captivating legend that ends to its mystique. Now, let's first to explore its historical background. The Baptistery of San Giovanni is one of the oldest buildings in Florence, with construction likely beginning in the 11th century, around 1059, and completed in 1128. This was a time when Florence was engaging as a vibrant city-state, its wealth and influence growing through trade and banking. The baptistery was built as a sacred space for baptisms, a rite central to Christian life, where Florentians were initiated into the church. Its location, directly facing the cathedrals of Santa Maria del Fiore, the Dome, underscores its spiritual and civic importance. The baptistery's origins are rooted in the early Christian era, when Florence was still a Roman city called Florentia. Some historians believe the site may have been a Roman temple or bath, repurposed for Christian use, though archaeological evidence is inconclusive. What is clear is that the baptistery became a symbol of Florence's identity, a place where citizens, from humble artisans to powerful Medici, were baptized. During the Middle Ages, it was also a civic hub, hosting ceremonies and gatherings, reflecting the intertwining of religion and governance in Florentine society. The building survived wars, plagues, and political upheavals, standing firm through the Renaissance and beyond. Its endurance is a testament to the skill of its builders, and the Renaissance is inspired. Dante Alighieri, Florence's greatest poet, was baptized here in 1265, and in his Divine Comedy, he refers to it as "My beautiful San Giovanni," a love letter to the sacred space that shaped his spiritual life. The second step is to explore the origin of its name, San Giovanni, Saint John the Baptist. Why Saint John the Baptist? The choice of patron saint is no coincidence. John the Baptist, who baptized Jesus in the river Jordan, is a figure of profound significance in the Christianity, symbolizing purification and renewal. Florence adopted him as its patron saint, reflecting the city's devotion to spiritual rebirth and its ambition to be a beacon of Christian virtue. The baptistery's dedication to San Giovanni aligns with its primary function, baptism, the sacrament of immersion and cleansing. Now, we come to the most important part, architectural features, a symphony in stone. The Baptistery's architecture is a breathtaking blend of Roman, Byzantine, and early Christian influences, wrapped in a distinctly Florentine aesthetic. Let's explore its key features, which made it a masterpiece of medieval architecture. 1. Octagonal shape. The Baptistery's most striking feature is its octagonal plan, a shape steeped in symbolism. In Christian architecture, the octagon represents resurrection and eternity, as it bridges the square earth and the circle heaven. This shape was common in early Christian baptisteries, drawing from Roman mausoleum and bathhouses. The baptistery's octagon measures about 25.6 meters in diameter, creating a spacious yet intimate interior. 2. Exterior design. The exterior is clad in white and green marble, sourced from Carrara and Prato, arranged in geometric patterns that reflect classical Roman aesthetics. The marble panels create a rhythmic interplay of light and shadow, giving the building a luminous quality. 3 sets of bronze doors, each a work of art, punctuate the exterior. South Stars by Andrea Pisano, 1330 to 1336. This depicts scenes from the life of St. John the Baptist in 28 gilded bronze panels, framed in Gothic catafalques. The craftsmanship is precise, with a narrative clarity that invites viewers to linger. North Stars by Lorenzo Ghiberti, 1403 to 1424. This marks the doors of the Renaissance, with 28 panels showcasing New Testament themes. Ghiberti's use of the perspective and naturalistic figures set a new standard for art. East Doors by Lorenzo Ghiberti, 1425 to 1452, known as the Gates of Paradise, a name called by Michelangelo. These 10 large panels depict Old Testament themes with astonishing depth and realism. The doors are a triumph of Renaissance innovation, blending sculpture, architecture, and storytelling. 3. Interior splendor. Step inside, and you are involved by a dazzling mosaic ceiling, one of the finest in Europe, crafted between the 13th and 14th centuries. The mosaics, inspired by Byzantine art, cover the dome in kaleidoscope of gold, green, and blue. The centerpiece is a monumental crest in judgment, surrounded by signs of the Last Judgment, heaven and hell. The vivid imagery, angels, demons, and the saved and damned, creates a cosmic narrative that awes worshippers. The floor, inlaid with intricate marble mosaics, includes zodiac signs and geometric patterns, adding to the sense of sacred geometry. 4. Structural ingenuity. The Baptistery's dome, an octagonal cloister vault, is a marvel of engineering, constructed without a central support. It relies on the strength of its marble walls and precise geometry. The external attic level hides a shadow roof, giving the building its distinctive silhouette. The use of marble and the absence of external buttresses, unlike Gothic cathedrals, reflect classical restraint. that influenced later Renaissance architects like Brunelleschi. 5. Baptismal font. At the center of the interior lies the baptismal font, an octagonal base where generations of Florentians were baptized. Though simple in design, its placement underscores the building's sacred purpose. The font's location, aligned with the alert and the dome's crest, creates a spiritual axis that guides the eye and soul upward. The Baptistery's architecture is not just functional, it's a dialogue between past and present, blending Roman gravitas and Baptist opulence and Florentine innovation. It inspired architects like Brunelleschi, who studied its proportions while designing the Duomo's dome, and it remains a touchstone for understanding the roots of the Renaissance. Last part, I will tell you a legendary story. The Baptistery's silent bell. In the shadow of Florence Baptistery of San Giovanni, a tale from the 13th century whispers of a miracle that united the city. During a time of ferment, when despair gripped Florence, a small brownie bell hung near the Baptistery's sacred font, rung on enduring baptismals to herald new souls. One frigid night in 1260, as Hagar twined at the city, a child named Lucia, frail and near death, was carried to the baptistery for her final rest. As the priest baptized her, the bell, untouched by human hands, began to ring, its clear, sweet chime echoing through the octagonal chamber and into the piazza. The sound stirred the hearts of Florentians gathered outside, who saw it as a sign of St. John the Baptist's mercy. Miraculously, Lucia's fever broke, and she survived. Word of the silent bell spread, and the next door, merchants opened their stores, sharing what little food they had. The city relied, and the famous grip loosened. The bell, now revered, was said to ring only in times of great need. It sounded a call to hope. Today, though the bell is gone, its legend lives, a reminder of the Baptistery's power to inspire unity and miracles. Now, we are nearly to the end. Conclusion. A living legacy. As we stand before the Baptistery of San Giovanni, its marble aglow under the Tuscan sun, we are not merely gazing at the stone and bronze, but at a living testament to Florence's soul. This octagonal sanctuary, where Dante was baptized, and Giornetti's gates of paradise redefined art, holds centuries of faith, resilience, and creativity. Its radiant mosaics, intricate brownie doors, and the echo of the silent bell's miraculous chime remind us of a city bound by divine inspiration and human ambition. The Baptistery is more than a monument. It's a heartbeat, pulsing with the stories of miracles and unity that resonate through time. Join us next episode as we uncover more treasures of Florence, where history and wonder await. Until then, let the spirit of San Giovanni linger in your heart, a timeless whisper of eternity.